What is good, y'all? It's your girl Queen B coming to y'all with yet another reaction. Now, look, the countdown is coming really, really close, y'all, before Trump takes office. And of course, having his cabinet choices that he has picked. I told you I want to dig a little bit into each and every one of them if I can, cover all of them, you know what I'm saying, with time. And just learn who they are, what they're about, and everything in that nature. So, with that being said, y'all, Secretary of Defense, we know that Matt Gaetz was first pick for that, and then they came after him and stuff like that. For some reason he stepped down, but I believe he is still going to play a part in the cabinet, just don't know exactly what he's going to be doing yet. So with that being said, Trump announced that Secretary of Defense is going to be Pete Hegseth. Hopefully I said his last name right. Y'all know I can screw some names up. I don't try to, but he was the pick, and he is up for it. Now, of course, a lot of stuff, they try to find so much, or allegedly tried to dig so much type of dirt on this person as such. And they were saying that, he was alcoholic. He had, sexual misconduct. They were also saying he was not good with financially, managing money and things like that. So they start throwing all this stuff on him. Right. But then Trump took the Truth Social hey, you know what I'm saying? I know what they did to me, so I'm going to back him up 100%. Now, to my understanding, y'all were saying that even though Trump picks the cabinet, they still have to go through this process of, did y'all mention the left having to be the one to actually approve these people? And so what happens if they don't approve these people? Do they still get to be the cabinet choice, or what happens after that if they are not picked for these roles? That's something I would like to know. What literally happens? Does Trump have to go back to the drawing board, find somebody else? Do they find somebody else? How does that work? Y'all let me know in the comment section, okay? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Now let's go ahead and dive into this. The title of this says Trump defends cabinet nominees in flurry of True Social Christmas posts. Morning America. Let's dive into it.
I now want to bring in Democratic strategist Brad Howard and Republican strategist Whitley Yates. Good morning to both of you. Whitley, let me start with you. My team and I were talking this morning. There was no sitting back for him on Christmas, drinking eggnog, watching football. He didn't turn it off yesterday. What did you make of that flurry of posts? 41 of them, to be exact.
Yeah, it's very Trump-like. This is what you get when you elect President Trump, someone who's not going to sit back, drink eggnog, or take naps like Joe Biden. He is someone who's consistently thinking about America, consistently on Truth Social talking about America, and creating this type of environment around things that he likes as well as things that he does not like.
Brad, what did it tell you about kind of his mindset, what the beginning of his new administration might look like? He's not even president yet.
Well, I think he should probably get a little sleep because he's got a big
Trump
job
don't sleep.
Look, Trump does this. He throws. He likes to throw kind of bombs into the air on current events and topics that he thinks are relevant, worthy of discussion. And the meat of the story is the people he's appointing to these positions, and then he's throwing these topics out there because he's really good at grabbing headlines and narratives and media attention and. Hence we're talking about it. So it's working. But, there are some troubling things here that he's proposing. Number one, in fact, that some of them can't be done. You can't buy Greenland or, just take back control of the Panama Canal without, a lot of problems that are in the way. Number one, Greenland's not for sale. And number two, the Panama Canal was returned to Panama by the U.S. and it's not something we need. It's something nice to have, but it seems the focus is in the wrong place. It seems to be on vanity projects rather than actually doing things that are going to help the American people in the long term.
Yeah. Speaking of bombs, your cat also.
Y'all do know Trump be trolling now. So most of the stuff he be saying, he be trolling. That's our president, so let's get it.
Likes to photobomb a good live hit on News Nation. I'd love to see it. It's Christmas break. He also, Whitley, he pumped up his choices of Hegseth, Kash Patel yesterday. He dedicated almost, a quarter of his truths, it seemed, yesterday to those two specifically, not Gabbard, not Rubio. Does that indicate to you that those picks are in trouble and he knows it?
I mean, I think that those picks are the ones who've captured most of the headlines. Those picks are the ones who the left has really gone after consistently. And so making sure that he.
But let me just say this real quick, y'all. We're going to get back in the video. Like, how can they really be that worse when, I mean, look at the picks on the left. Like, come on, let's be for real. Y'all got AOC, y'all picking her, the crazy maniac, and so many other people. Pelosi, KBJ, like, it can't be no worse than them. And what they did, Liz Cheney, all of them. Biden, Harris, all of them. Like, what's worse than that? Like, let's be for real. If we gonna sit here and pick sides.
He doubles down on his support is something that he must do. And the truth is, securing the border, getting rid of the deep state, and really just making sure that America is back on top is what he said in his campaign. And I don't think that MAGA is really just a slogan. I think it's a mission for him. So whether or not he can purchase Greenland, the fact is that he is interested in that country for military reasons. Whether or not the Panama Canal should be under U.S. control, he thinks that it should. But the truth is that China has been operating the canal when America built it. Yes, it was returned in 1999. But the truth is that there is some significant strategic actions happening with China and Panama that Trump is concerned about, and we should be too.
Yeah, and Brad, let me follow up on that because you also touched on that as well. This dispute over the Panama Canal, it is the latest fault line with China. I mean, it turns out the country controls 2 of Panama's 5 principal ports, responsible for large parts of the canal's infrastructure. Should lawmakers be concerned over China's role in Central America? And do you think Trump has a point there?
Well, you should absolutely be concerned about the growing influence of China across the world, not just in Panama. And I would argue the American first foreign policy agenda is a gift to the Chinese Communist Party, as Trump wants to withdraw from places like Africa and Southeast Asia, where the Chinese influence is only growing. So I absolutely think we should address growing Chinese, influence around the world. I think taking back the Panama Canal is A, not on the table as a realistic option, and B, not the way to do it. And then going back to his cabinet nominees, like, let's be clear about folks like his defense secretary nominee. It's not Democrats or the far left that's attacking him. It's his coworkers at Fox News that are raising concerns about his alleged drinking. It is his own mother raising concerns about his alleged, abuses of women. And so it is not Democrats that have concerns for him. It is Republicans. And so these Senate Republicans, whether you're talking about the defense secretary or any of the other nominees, they have to give them their vote, and they're going to be held responsible for the actions of these cabinet nominees. And I would think, as a member of the Republican Party, you would want to give the president, ensure he has competent, effective leadership that is scandal-free, so they can make Trump look good. If these nominees go down once they're confirmed, because these allegations aren't going to go away, if it continues to drag him down, he can't do his job as president.
It'll be fascinating to see how these confirmation hearings shake out and who ends up getting these spots officially. I got to end it there, but Brad Howard, Whitley Yates, thank you so much as always for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to. That
is one of the things I want to know, though, too. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, when this was all going out allegedly, you know what I'm saying? He did have people stepping to the front and saying, hey, now, come on, this, that, and the other, So we just gonna have to look into it, y'all. And when do they actually do this? Like, when do they actually vote? Because we, how many days away from, Trump getting in the White House? So when do they actually do this? Is this something that's going to be live? Y'all let me know, okay? Because I am really interested in just trying to figure out how this all works or whatnot. But like I said, I want to dig into who he's picking, in his cabinet, because I think it's very important. I think it's very important that we know, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to be digging and trying to find any and everything that they can on these people. So, I'm all for it. And if I'm not mistaken, he did, like go off on one of these interviews, and just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Trump stands with me, I stand with him. So we're going to see how this goes, y'all. We are going to see how this goes. Let me know if y'all know, like, when they actually start doing the voting and stuff like that. Or just let me know, like, what happens if they don't get picked? How do they move forward? Somebody drop it in the comment section. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Until the next reaction, y'all, please do me a favor. Be safe. Remain safe. I'm out.